Welcome, Week 1 MVP Elite. All right, most of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. If you're a new timer, I usually do breakdowns on League Manager Note. I usually type up NFL films type shit, but pretty much not gonna have time for it this year. So I will be doing YouTube videos. Just I'll put the link on the League Manager Note so you'll always have access to it. I'll always keep these videos under 5 minutes as well. All right, so well, first thing, let's just introduce everybody. Starting by starting with me. I'm Kyrie. I control Team Glade. I'll probably give myself an official name. I'm a two-time champion of the league, also the league manager since it started or whatever. I got to give credit to Fresh Prince Armani or whatever. He really kind of started this the type of league that we do that involves so many players, starting with defense and two quarterbacks and stuff like that. It's really been fun. I mean, I'm in a bunch of other leagues. None of them are usually as fun as these. Not just because of the interaction that we have with each other. Everybody's got each other's social media stuff, so we can talk trash. But just because, we start so many players, and those point totals get up so high, and these games are still neck and neck. I mean, we've had countless ties. Sometimes points go up to 200, 250, and people will tie. It's crazy. And I've had a victory by point 2 5 points before, you know what I'm saying, less than a point, less than a quarter point before. So this will stay competitive, but you got to know your stuff. You got to be on top of ads and drops and trades and shit like that. So just be on it, because we'll motivate each other, because we'll motivate each other by talking trash, and nobody wants to lose. We will have a buy-in, by the way. I'll put a poll or something. We'll vote on how much you guys want to do. I mean, I know how to manage. Most of y'all know I have a business myself, so I know how to manage money, and we can do something weekly. We can do something a grand total for the winner of the league. We can do first, second, third place. We'll vote on it. I'll put it all down on the league manager page when we get there. So for week 1, let me just first introduce all the teams, and we've got some new faces taking over some prestige organizations in the league or whatever. My name is Kyrie. I control Team Glade. I'll probably give myself a more official name this year. I'm in Houston now. It's just crazy, so I'm a little behind, but I want to make sure I get this video up before game 1 starts. We got Rob Robinson, who is Oxen Hill the Real. Fresh Prince Armani is Team Armani. Aaron Booz, the defending champ, is Hike the Ball to Ike. Now, he's won 2 Super Bowls in this league. I've won 2 Super Bowls in this league. Aaron Booz is actually leading in trophies right now. He's got me by like 1, maybe like 2 trophy points or whatever. I mean, he's been on top of things the last 3 since he's entered. He's kind of just been on it. Raised the bar a little bit. Won a tight Super Bowl against Hobart Stars, and I think his team's looking kind of good, so he's poised to do some damage again this year. So, there was that one season where I fell, I think, 1 game out of the playoffs, and then I ended up leading the playoffs and scoring every week. I would have won a Super Bowl. That would have been 3, but whatever. We'll keep it going. I'll try to snag one this year. I don't know if I can with my team. Not off to a great start, by the way, but we'll get into that. We have Bodega Delito taking over for, let me see what organization you actually took over for. You actually took over for the number 3 organization in the league. So Bodega, you got some big shoes to fill. Okay, you've got about 17 stars. 17 stars is what trophy points basically. Ike's got 33. I've got 28. Your number 3 was 17. Hobart Stars is 16. So you gotta pick up the pace, man. You can't be. You taking over new ownership of this organization, you got to be on it. Also, I will always tell you guys to, if you can, start 2 quarterbacks, start another quarterback in that OP position. That's what we do here. Quarterbacks will give you the most consistent points. If you've got a running back you just must throw in there, or a wide receiver that you think is going to do great, or if your quarterback has a bye, definitely put another player in that OP position. But OP is for quarterbacks. I'm telling y'all, get that now before it starts, before these games start. Make sure you got 2 quarterbacks. All right, moving on. We got Hobart Stars, which is my man Marcus, who Whew, I mean, he's had some close calls. I think he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's made the playoffs numerous times. He's out 64-0 to me week 1 so far. So, I mean, he's always been on the cusp. He's always been right there. So we'll see how that pans out. Now, UPT Uptown Flyers. All right, that's Larry. Um, that's my man Ike's man Black. So Black, you're taking over a nice little prestige organization, man. That's the 5th organization in the 5th ranked organization in the league. So you got some pretty big shoes to fill too. You've got 19 stars, 5 good trophies. So you want to keep that up, keep that good name going. And then all right, moving on, we have James Lee. James Lee, you took over a bottom of the barrel organization. I mean, this guy didn't win anything. He got fired, kicked out. So you ain't got much shoes to fill. All you got to do is just win 2 games, and you've already surpassed it. Because the dude literally won like two, maybe 3 games a year, if that. And he knows a shit ton about football. That's the crazy part. All right, moving on. Alex Joins. Oh yeah, this guy. Joins has always kind of been on the cusp too. He usually is on the outside of the playoff teams, but usually not by a lot. So although he only has 3 good trophies and 5 stars, doesn't really tell the tale. You know what I'm saying? He's had some of the craziest losses this league has ever seen. I'm talking about 0.5, 0.2, like a kicker on the Monday night game, like kicks a 50-yard field goal and he loses by like nothing. It's crazy. But he's always right there on the cusp. But the stakes are gonna be higher this time. Him and Uptown Wheezy, my man Wheezy, first time league joiner. Most of y'all already know him. They're tied for 7th in the ranked in the league overall or whatever. And this is not necessarily how the power rankings are gonna go. The power rankings will be posted when this video is, so before kickoff, of course. Weezy, you got some shoes to fill, bruh. If you guys didn't have a good draft, doesn't mean shit. You know why? Because niggas are gonna go down today. Week 1, play 1, series 1, snap 1, somebody's going down. You just gotta be on it and pick these people up. We don't do a waiver wire. I honestly don't believe in it. These guys will tell you if somebody has a performance and they are not picked up, they will set their alarm to 2 a.m. and pick them up. It's not a game. Like, by the time you wake up in the morning, like, so-and-so had a good game. Nobody's got him. No, it's already gone. It's already snagged. I think 3 a.m., if I'm not mistaken, is the 3 a.m. on Tuesday morning is the earliest you can pick up players, and it happens every single time. Like, you got to be on it. These guys don't fuck around. So, be on it. Watch those. You can start watching those ESPN fantasy breakdown bullshit things that come on the NFL Network as well. Just stay up on it. Trust me, because these guys will be on it. All right, and we already talked about Larry, Marcus, Joins, James, Bodega, Booze, Rob. Rob, let me see where you ranked actually. You've had a couple good seasons. Hold on, let me see. This video's only gonna be 1 more minute longer. I'm already going over. It's fucking 10 minutes. Yeah, Rob, you're ranked 6. You got 8 stars. It's not bad at all. The lowest ranked person in our league is Team Armani. I mean, that doesn't tell the tale. I mean, he's always been right there, either in the playoffs or right at it. I think he had about one really bad year, but he doesn't get a lot of merits. He doesn't win a lot of trophies. He doesn't win a lot of big wins. Get a lot of big wins. Doesn't win the division. So he's fresh. You just got to do more. You got more worse loss trophies than everybody. I'll take that back. Prior engagements, the organization you're taking over has just negative 10 stars, but you have more positive merits than fresh. So we'll see. All right, so that's just a quick introduction. I told you guys, make sure you start 2 quarterbacks. With your defensive players, you guys gotta think it's not always about interceptions and stuff like that, and it's also not always about picking the best players. I will give you guys a tip. I picked some of the worst cornerbacks and safeties that I know. on some of the worst defensive teams that I know. You know why? Because if the other teams always got the ball, they're always an opportunity to make a tackle. And, you know, cornerbacks who get burned in real life, they're usually right there because they let the guy catch the ball. They're right there to make the tackle. So their tackles will be like 12, 13, 15 tackles a game because they're always throwing to his side. You know, you got to think about stuff like that. It's not always about the big names, you know, especially with the cornerbacks. If they're not throwing to his side, he ain't seeing no action. You pick a Richard Seymour or somebody like that, what you going to do? You know, he's not going to get any tackles because they ain't throwing to his side. So we'll see. Week 1 should be kicking off about what? Shit, it's 10 o'clock over there. So you got about 3 hours till kickoff. 3 hours to make some adjustments. 3 hours to talk some smack. I do promote talking smack. Now the poll will be placed on the league manager note as well, as far as how much you guys want to buy in for. Everybody should have some form of something, Cash App or PayPal. I'll take it all. And I will also do fun stuff throughout the season. We can bet on single games. We can do it all. You know, everybody, these DraftKings League and all this stuff like that, it's more fun. Why? Because you win money. And I haven't really had any incentives for this league before, so this will be a first, but it's a must to motivate us, to keep us going, to keep this smack talking. And I mean, we can pay it however you want. You can come up with $5 a week, nigga. You can do that shit. Anybody can. Y'all niggas ain't broke. But all right, that's just a quick introduction for the season. Couple tips for the new people, and yeah, that's it for now. These videos will be shorter by the week. I'm going to, off the top, just look at this list and tell you all what the game of the week is. All right. Well, and I'm not biased, but you know, I will say the best matchup I see here is, well, never mind. I take that back. After Hunt's performance on Monday, the game of the week this week will be a good friendly matchup between Team Joins and Team Armani. Reason for, they're usually ranked around the same every season. They're usually on the like 1 or 2 positions away from each other, either into the playoffs or not in the playoffs. Their projections are both 122. Joins is projected to score 122.2. Armani's projected to score 122.9. So that's a 0.7 difference. And Armani's already had a player turn in a couple points. So this should be a good close game. Somebody's might be really pissed unless someone underperforms or overperforms, and it could be a blowout. Now that's something else I could be wrong about. Another matchup to watch out for is me, Team Glaude versus Hobart Stars. It's another friendly rivalry right there. If you look at the previous schedules, I think I've played him the first week of the season, maybe like the last 3 years, and all this stuff is random too. The schedule is random. The draft order was random. Yes, it was random that the two-time champion one got the first pick. You know, just shit. When I win, I damn sure don't get the first pick. Couple good matchups. Prior engagement. Woo! Prior engagements, you got your hands full. You got your hands full, bro. But the projections are looking all right. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be too far off the map. But you got the defending champ, Brian James Lee. So you need go ahead, Lee. You need to get, you know, make sure you get some sleepers in there. Weezy versus Oxon Hill. Whew, Weezy. You're going to have to put another quarterback or something in there. Your projections are too low, bruh. You're too low. You have the lowest projections in the whole league right now. And it ain't nothing to make some roster adjustments, bruh. But not far behind you, though, is Uptown Flyers. You need to go ahead and try to get your projections up. Projections don't mean too much, you know what I'm saying? Because these niggas, ain't nobody know this Bama Hunt was going to score 46 fantasy points. So, yeah. That's just a couple week 1 tips. I won't be giving tips all the time because we locked in now. But just so you guys know, start your 2 quarterbacks and be smart. Be smart with your defensive players. All right.